Hello guys, quick review today on this Homebase dehumidifier that I recently picked up. Now there doesn't seem to be a lot online about it, so I thought I'd get you a review out there for anybody that's interested in this model. It's actually a 10 litre dehumidifier. Now that's obviously again subject to conditions to extract that amount of moisture out of the air down to temperature and obviously the relative humidity at the time. So it's fitted with a 2 litre, I believe 2.2 litre tank. We've got an extraction hose supplied with it if you wanted to use that for continuous drainage, and that just connects around the back. You can see the port there. We've got handles either side, so it's easy to transport. And also we've got the caster wheels, 4 wheels on the bottom there for moving. I believe it weighs around 8 kilogram. The size is, let's go to the box, give you those measurements. So the height is 49 centimeters by 28 centimeters by 24 centimeters deep. Now the main reason I purchased this was the laundry setting, just to assist me with drying the clothes. Now to switch the unit on, we just click the power button, and as you can see that is showing us a relative humidity in the property currently set at 67%. We're on the normal mode for extraction purposes, so on the normal mode we can actually set our humidity setting. So if we go to that button and we press that, that gives us increments of 5% up to 80%, and then start off at 30%. So let's just go for our setting of around 55. So we'll just give that a minute or two while we're waiting for the machine to kick in and extract the moisture out of the air. I'll just show you the front of the machine. Now there behind the grill we have a filter. Now unfortunately it's not a HEPA filter, it's a standard filter, and I do recommend cleaning those regularly. I tend to clean these around every couple of weeks. I always inspect it along the way as it's extracting the particles out of the air. Yeah, so keep that clean, that's very important. Now that's the startup process, and I find this really quiet. Decibels, it's rated at 45 or lower, so that is, to me, it's not obtrusive at all. Less than 45 decibels, so to me that is not obtrusive at all. Sometimes I leave this on during the night, doesn't affect me sleeping at all. So yeah, that just gives you an idea of what it sounds like. Now we're set on the normal mode, where we can adjust that relative humidity to our requirements. Now if we move along on the humidity settings, we're 55, so just check that. So now let's move up to the next mode, which is a continuous mode. So on that mode, the machine will just keep going until you decide to switch it off. It'll monitor the humidity temperature there. You just leave it on. You can't actually set your requirements, but that's a continuous mode. Again, we can move that along to a strong mode. So that basically, if you want to extract the moisture out of the air in as quick a time as possible, you use the strong mode. Again, you can't adjust the relative humidity. And also the next one we'll move along, and that is our laundry mode. Now I'll come back to that feature at the end of the video. That's mainly one of the reasons I purchased this, and I've been really pleased with that mode. So let's just go back to the strong mode. Now I have a little project coming up shortly where I'll be cleaning the carpets in the property just before Christmas. I usually like to clean them in the summer months, help them dry quicker. So I think while we're doing the carpets, I'll actually use the strong mode to assist in drying out the property and extracting that moist air, because we know it creates a bit when they're using the carpet cleaners. I think it's going to be a great little asset there. But yes, I'm really pleased with this. Now once that tank is full, we've got a warning light on there. These lights at the front, or this light at the front, will glow red, and there's an audible beep, and then it is time to enter the water tank, which is fitted on the bottom. Like I say, that is a 2.2 litre tank, and to empty that is simplicity in itself. I'll show you in a minute. Now going back to the control panel, you've a automatic defrost setting on there. Okay, and as you can see, that's bringing the humidity down nicely. Now moving along on these controls, we've got the auto timer, and that is a 24-hour timer, so I can set that to either switch off in an hour's time, or I can set it to switch on, whatever's the situation, in an hour's time, up to 24 hours. And to do that, we can press that, and you can see increments of 1 hour. Just let that settle, illuminated on that warning sign, so we know the timer's set. We have a child lock, where if we press that for 3 seconds, that now has locked all those controls, so we can't turn it off, we can't alter and mess with any of them controls. And again, to get that back into normal mode, just press that for 3 seconds. We have a sleep mode, where particularly useful in an evening time. Have it in the bedroom and the controls, the lights are distracting you, or the living room. You can actually switch those off, apart from the sleep button, which stays illuminated there. And again, to revert back to normal, just press it. Now we also have a fan mode, and in that mode the air in the room is filtered by the back air filter and vented back into the room at the speed that you select. So again, a good little feature to have. So now we have the machine set up on the laundry extraction mode, and you see the humidity is really high. I tend to set this at a reasonable distance, or around 18 inches away from the clothes rack. We just pull that a little bit further back, so you can see the rack of washing. And what I will do, halfway through the day, I shall rotate that rack around 180 degrees. So these are quite thick items we've got on here, jeans and a sweatshirt. So I'll leave that to work its extraction process, combined with the heating of the radiator. I try and isolate the washing into an enclosed room, which helps dry the clothes fairly quick. So in a day, these should be really dry. Now, you may have to, thicker items, you may have to run that for an extra hour or so, just to dry those out, the thick clothes. But for this purpose only, this machine has been a great investment. So what do I think of this dehumidifier? Well, it's actually one of those things that I should have really brought earlier. You know, I put it off for so long, I thought about it. No tumble dryer due to the expense of running a tumble dryer. You've got the purchase price initially, of course, but you've got the expense of running it. Well, I originally brought it for the washing. We've hit that time of the year now where I do not like drying clothes on radiators amongst the house, just for the issues I'm going to cause later on with condensation and mould, swelling of the woodwork, the doors, all those issues. But originally brought it for this purpose, and I'm just leaving it on. Once the washing's done, I'm just leaving it around the house to keep humidity down all the time, especially in the evenings. Great little purchase for me. For the money I've paid, I can't ask for more. It's a 2-year warranty, by the way, as well, guys, so if you're wondering about that, yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So to sum it all up, do hope that you've enjoyed the video. There wasn't a lot of reviews out there on this dehumidifier, so I do hope it's helped somebody if you've been looking or thinking about this purchase. If it has, just leave a comment, you know, if you've any questions on it, or if you're actually running it yourselves and what you think of the unit. Yeah, please leave any comments, any questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you've not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It all helps the channel grow for future reviews. And as always, take care, and I'll see you on the next video.